Who has never suffered from a severe headache for just one day? Most headaches are caused by muscle tension in the head, shoulders, and neck, even if the causes of the appearance of pain can be many others. But is it possible to act with natural remedies against headaches and migraines? To actually understand how to fight this pain, which can also hammer us for days and days, we begin to distinguish three different types of primary headaches or the actual headache as disease, different from the secondary one, which are instead consequences of a possible illness. Number 1. Types of headache. Headaches can occur in several forms, which are important to learn to recognize in order to be able to treat them better. 1.1. Tensive headache. Tension headache presents with pain similar to strong pressure and pulse on the whole head, the famous circle, which can last for several days, particularly affecting women and young people or adults who spend many hours sitting badly, studying or working focus on books and monitors. 1.2. Cluster headache. The cluster headache instead is a rather rare but very annoying form of headache. In fact, the pains, which can last from half an hour to an hour, occur at the time intervals grouped in the certain period of the day or even of the year. This pain occurs very strongly and intensely, generally located around the eye or cheekbones, and particularly affect men especially between the ages of 20 and 30, and is considered to be inherited. 1.3. Migraine. As for migraine, it is instead characterized by intense pain that involves only one side of the head and which can last from a few hours to few days. Attacks can occur with a variable frequency, even 2-3 times a week. Intensive pain is throbbing. It manifests itself in a point of the head that slowly, widening, can get to involve it all the way to the temples and above the eyes. The pain can intensify with the movements of the body. In fact, those affected are unable to stop but being unable to perform any of the normal daily actions. It mainly affects women between 30 and 40 years old and is hereditary on the female side. Migraine is also often accompanied by visual disturbances, causing nausea and vomiting. 1.4. Sinusite headache. Sinusitis sufferers know that this disorder can be accompanied by a severe headache that occurs especially in the forehead area. This type of headache is linked precisely to the problem of sinusitis, which can be accompanied by fever, chills, breathing difficulties, pain, and pressure around the eyes, at the level of the cheekbones and the upper dental arch. 1.5. Cervical head disease. Especially those who spend too much time in front of the PC develop tensions in the shoulder and neck. So here comes the headache caused by the cervical, which can also lead to dizziness and pain that radiates from the neck to the arms. It is quite simple to recognize this type of headache, however, it is important to treat the cause that generated it, precisely the cervical one, and not to act on the symptom. In summary, the main types of headache are tension headache, cluster headache, migraine, sinusitis headache, cervical headache. Causes of the headache. This type of pain is triggered by an immensity of factors such as a stressful period, anxiety, too much blood sugar, hormonal disorders, allergies, poor digestion, food poisoning, fatigue, heat stroke, excess alcohol or caffeine, but also few hours of sleep. Headaches can also originate from sinusitis, cervical problems, vitamin or minerals deficiencies, incorrect postures, menstrual cycle disorders, or even be a secondary effect of sunset-specific pathologies. Among the possible causes of the headache, we remember therefore stress, anxiety, excess blood sugar, hormonal disorders, allergies, poor digestion, food poisoning, fatigue, excess of alcohol or caffeine, poor digestion, head stroke, a few hours sleep, sinusitis, problem with the cervical tract, deficiencies in vitamins or minerals, menstrual disorder, incorrect postures, secondary symptom of specific pathologies. To relieve momentary pain, however, some natural remedies can be used, while to prevent it, you can start a homeopathic cure being constant in take the tablets and having patience, as usually the effects are seen only with the passing of the month. Natural remedies for headache. Even in case of headache, migraine, or other types of headache, nature can help us with some effective remedies to be evaluated according to the individual situations. There are the so-called grandmother's remedies that use foods that are commonly found in the home, such as potatoes, lemon, cabbage leaves, or phytotherapy products, homeopathic or essential oils that can alleviate the annoyance due to the headaches. Number 3. Let's find out the main natural remedies for headaches. 3.1 Vegetables packs. To avoid taking medicines and to relieve the pain, you could make compresses with cabbage or onion or horseradish leaves to be applied on the nape of the neck for at least half an hour. 3.2 Lemon or potatoes. Always to relieve the pain, cut and apply slices of lemon or potato on the temples, holding them still with a cotton handkerchief tied around the head. 3.3 Essential oils of lavender or mint. If, on the other hand, you have available lavender or mint essential oils, gently rub the temples and forehead. 3.4 Calming herbal teas. Chamomile, valerian, lemon balm, orange blossom, passion flower, if drunk in the form of a warm, relaxing herbal tea, can help you relax and feel better. 3.5 Homeopathic remedies. Arsenicum album, it is recommended when pain is caused by tension and stress, when therefore there is a tendency to accumulate all anger in the head. In fact, this remedy intervenes especially in the case of headaches triggered by a specific factor of stress or anger. Calmia latifolia helps to fight headache that starts from the neck and extends from the nape to the center of the head, and which appears above all in the morning and ends in the evening, intensifying in the middle of the day, getting worse with the light. Belladonna for a strong troubling frontal headache accompanied by hypersensitivity to the scalp, so much so that you also have difficulty combing your hair. Pains are pungent, they worsen in the open air and with noise. Bryonia to combat pain that starts in the left eye or from the forehead and extends to the whole head, also associated with constipation. The pains increase if you make any type of movement. Calcarea phosphorica is useful for students who, in addition to head pain, also suffer from severe abdominal pain. Simisifuga in case of neck stiffness and pain that occurs mainly with the menstrual cycle or with hormonal change during menopause. Ignatia amara for problems caused by spasms in the head or back and feels like a fixed nail, especially a headache caused by trauma or emotional pain. Natrum muriaticum is an excellent remedy for migraines caused by sun exposure or headaches that ignite from stress or pain. Nux vomica indicated for headache caused by stress, too much work, bad digestion or intoxication. Pain is often accompanied by nausea and stomach pain. This remedy is also excellent in cases of constipation. Pulsatilla, Pulsatilla pratensis, also this can relieve the pain caused by the menstrual cycle. Pigelia, useful for cluster headache that mainly affects the face and the eyes area. 3.6 Hot compresses with salt. If the headache depends on sinusitis in the progress, you can make the compresses of hot salt which acts positively on the fluidization of the mucus. This compress should be placed directly on the nasal septa and painful areas to obtain the benefits. The heat is in fact able to dissolve the mucus and therefore allow it to escape more easily. If, on the other hand, your headache originates from cervical problems, read here some useful tips to keep it at bay. Number 4. Breathing techniques and digital pressure against headache. Controlled breathing can help a lot in case of headaches, but there are also simple acupressure techniques that you should know to be able to use them as needed as soon as the pain occurs. In case your headache is particularly localized in some specific points, you can experiment with simple massages or pressures useful to relax the painful parts. 4.1. For headaches behind the eyes. Apply pressure to the base of the forehead at the end of the eyebrow on both sides. The push must be gentle but deep and last about 20-30 seconds, in case of repeating it several times or in several moments of the day. 4.2. For skull-based headache. If the pain is localized instead at the base of the skull, you can try to rest both hands on the area by gently massaging the occiput with the circular movements by exerting light pressure for few minutes. 4.3. For headache on temples. In case you suffer from headache with pain in the temples, you can try to gently massage the two dimples that you find on the sides of the skull. Also in this case, it is necessary to make slow and circular movements for a few minutes. 4.4. Breathe only from the left nostril. For all types of headache, you can then experience the breathing that comes from yoga practice. When the headache occurs, try to close the right nostril and to breathe deeply for a few moments only with the left nostril. I inhale and exhale only from the left nostril. Breathing can undoubtedly help a lot in case of headaches. The School of Breathe offers this simple scheme. 4.5. Breathing exercise. Eyes closed, straight with the back but relaxed. 4 normal breath, a little wider than normal. 1 full. 4 normal breath, a little wider than normal. 1 full. 4 normal breath, a little wider than normal. 1 full. 4 normal breath, a little wider than normal. 1 full. If you want, you can stay a few seconds with your eyes closed to enjoy the sensation. Number 5. Other useful advice against headache. To make the pain less severe, in any case, try to relax and breathe deeply. In fact, sometimes the headache can be caused or worsened by an inadequate supply of oxygen. When the pain is so strong that you cannot reason, lie down in a dark room and make compresses with fresh but also possibly hot water on the area where you experience more pain. Sometimes, as mentioned above, the headache is caused by poor posture or wrong shoes. Try to sit in the correct position when sitting and possibly opt for ergonomic chairs. Reflexology, massage, aromatherapy, and acupuncture could be a solution to severe chronic headache, but the best thing before undergoing any treatment in these cases is to consult a specialist in the field. Finally, do not forget to rest the right, not too much but not too little. So, remember to relax and breathe deeply. Lie down in a dark and quiet room if the pain is very acute. Compresses with fresh water on the painful area. Assume correct postures both standing and sitting. Try reflexology or massages. Rest the right. Food against headache. Even in the case of headaches, the right nutrition can be a valuable ally, just as preferring the wrong foods can aggravate the problem. It is good to know that there are foods with anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving power, and others that have an opposite effect. Recommended foods in case of headaches are potatoes, watermelon, almonds, sesame seeds, spinach, bananas, flaxseed, ginger, chili pepper, corn. Foods not recommended are instead coffee, chocolate, alcohol, sausages, red meat, foods that contain glutamate, seasoned cheeses, junk food, dried fruit, fried. It is also important to limit the use of salt. Thanks to this video, you are now a little more informed than the average of the planet. Thanks for watching this video.